guys, this is Gloria and I'm back with another video. Today I was thinking about what video I should do, and I was thinking about your comments and your suggestions, and I thought I should do something basic first before teaching you all of those comments. And that is why I came up with this video about how to shade properly. Mind you guys that I'm not a professional, I just want to share my knowledge and my passion about art. So if you notice some mistakes, please comment kindly and it will be appreciated. So before we shade something together, I am going to talk about three things. First, proper handling of the pencil, pressure control, and understanding lighting. And so we're gonna talk about the first one first. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna use a 4B pencil. Just hold your pencil however you want it to be, as long as you're comfortable with it. When shading, you want to make the tip of the pencil not sharp, so you wear it down like this. That way, the pencil won't be sharp anymore and you can shade in smoothly. Also when shading, use the side of the lead and hold the pencil from afar like so to shade smoothly. If you hold the pencil much closer, there will be streakiness and it's very difficult to fill in the gaps and you won't be able to achieve a smooth shading. When shading large areas, you can also hold the pencil like this. You can hold the pencil however you like, as long as you use the side of the pencil to shade. So let's move on to the second thing that we're going to talk about, pressure control. So here I'm just drawing rectangles, and the other rectangle I divided into sections. And here I'm going to shade in from the darkest to the lightest. See, as you can see, I'm holding the pencil like this so that the shading is even and there is no streakiness like that. Because if I do it like I'm holding it here and then I'm holding it down like and just shading it like that, there's like this spaces, so it's very difficult to fill in the gaps with it. Yep, and then let's move on to the next. With a pencil, you can only apply pressure to make it darker or lighter. So by doing this exercise, it'll help you practice your pressure control. So here I'm making sure that the values don't repeat and that I go lighter as I move on to the other boxes. So here I'm gonna do the same thing, but this time there are no boxes. So I'm gonna hold the pencil like this because I'm shading a large area so that I can control the pencil and make a smooth gradient. So here I'm adding in a third box just to show you that you can also do it like this by rotating your canvas or your paper. For me, it's more comfortable to hold the pencil like this, unlike this one. This one's like for really large areas where you want to shade in. So yeah, that is how you practice your pressure control. It's very fun and challenging, so definitely do it. It's up to you if you want, but this is very good practice for pressure control and the proper grip of the pencil, how you hold the pencil. It's a very nice exercise for that. And that's just it. So the third thing that we're going to talk about is understanding lighting. Let's study this ball. First thing that you need to know is the light source, or where your light is coming from. The ball has two distinct sides. The one facing the light source, which is called the light side, and the shadow side, which is the opposite. The core shadow is the boundary between two sides. The core light is the area facing the light. The highlight, which is the brightest part of an object. Then we also have the reflected light, which is created when the light bounces off the surface and back to the object. So now that we've understood the three things, let's jump right into our own shading. A circle. And then where will your light be? Here maybe? I'm putting this on here. So I'm drawing a ray to know where the cast shadow will be. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna use a ruler for this. I'm not gonna give up. So I erased it lightly and drew broken lines to make it neater. And then I determined the point where the line meets the circle, and then I drew a boundary where I will put my core shadow later on. So as you can see, I did not go dark immediately. This way you can erase it if you find mistakes. So I shaded in the darkest area of the ball, which is the bottom, and then I went back to the core shadow and darkened it. If you take art classes, you've probably done this. It will be your first lesson or your first activity, or maybe one of the earliest lessons. And I'm telling you that these activities will really help your shading skills improve. So let me summarize or wrap up my tips and tricks about shading. Mind you that this might not be the most correct way of shading, but hey, it worked for me and maybe it'll work for you. So as I said, always shade using the side of the lead of the pencil to avoid streakiness. Personally, I use the sharp end when making details or to really darken a certain area. Another tip is to hold the pencil from afar to keep it from being streaky, and this way, you'll gain more control about the pressure of your strokes. Another important tip is to always study and observe the value of a picture of your reference before you start shading. Also, don't be afraid to darken some areas. Make sure to build up the shades to give depth to your sketch and make it pop. My battery died again, so I'm going to erase everything that I made. As you can see, it was very hard to erase. That is why you should always start by shading lightly first, because then you'll still be able to erase if you find mistakes. And lastly, practice. Practice is always the key. The result will never be as good on your first try than when you have done it a couple of times. So always practice and you'll get there. I myself am still improving, and I know that this is not the best because I know that I will still improve as long as I keep practicing. So here I'm just adding in darker shades, and then I also added a simple background, as I said, to make the drawing pop and give depth to it. And done! Thank you for watching my tutorial, and I hope this helps. Hi, thank you for watching my video, and I hope that my tutorial helps to improve your skills. And I also want to thank you for my 2K subscribers. I just want to let you know that I am very thankful and happy about the support and love you give to me, and I think that's all. Oh, also don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Blurry Official, and I think that's all. Bye!